Say something for me clean so I can hear you real quick.
Mic check 1 2.
Damn, you sound good on that shit.
It's the Sultan of Sauce
The salt and the sauce.
himself,
I ain't mad at you.
the Godfather.
The Godfather. I like that. Hey, what's going on with it, guys? It's your boy MB here, Royal Compass Podcast, chilling with my boy Sauce Team Clean, Mr. Clean, aka the PKS Godfather.
Godfather, Salt and the Sauce. Yes,
Oh
indeed.
my goodness, salt and the sauce in the building. Anyways, the man, the myth, the legend, right here live on YouTube/TikTok, all the social media, all the spots we in right now. Let's give a round of applause for the gentleman. Hell yeah! Nice to have you finally on the shiznit with us.
Nice to finally be here.
You hear me? Oh, hey. Anyways, we at about 64,000 followers on TikTok. We just getting started over on YouTube. About 1,800 over on YouTube subscribers. What you think about that, Mr. Clean?
I'm proud of it.
Proud of it?
Proud of it.
Is it a surprise?
It's not a surprise at all to me. I'm trying to figure out why it's not 100,000 yet.
One of the things we're going to do here on the podcast is talk about some of the comments that are left over on our videos.
Fuck this back and forth bullshit. It's a big waste of time.
So we're going to go ahead and pop a couple of these up on the screen. We're going to get the PKS's Godfather's feedback on these statements, these questions, these comments. Our loyal followers, some of them are followers, some of them probably don't follow us, but people that have left comments on the videos over on TikTok and YouTube and whatnot, we will address those comments about these relationship videos we put out there and this advice that we have for the men of the world and the ladies of the world. So we're going to go ahead and pop one up on the screen. We'll get Mr. Clean's feedback, talk about the video that it was on. Let's go and pop the first one up here. This is from RY. I don't even know what this username is there, but you guys can see it on the screen. Let's see real quick. He said on there, I put 100% blame on me. I was overprotective. I overthought. I was scared. I wasn't enough. I love her, but there were so many dudes who are better. There's so many things to say about this. Now, this was obviously about the video that I did over on TikTok called Men Are to Blame for 99% of the Failures in Relationships. We're not really going I don't really think we should address the video as much as maybe address what this gentleman's statements here, you know.
I can just address these comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How you feel about this man's comments on the video?
I agree. You're 100% to blame. Yes, you are.
Hey.
The part about you weren't enough and there's so many dudes that were so much better kind of points out a misunderstanding of what it is that was going on. If you're being overprotective, overthinking, all of that, you was messing up. Let her do what she wants to do and protect yourself at all times.
No doubt.
But yeah, man, the part about so many better dudes don't work like that, man.
It sounds to me like he might have been he's not too confident about himself.
Nah, he's tripping.
He's tripping with that. There's too many dudes that are better. That is not the relationship. That's not the attitude you want to ever have.
And it's just not true. I wasn't enough. Are you a man? If you're a man, that's enough. She's a woman, you're a man, it's enough. So you just gotta improve your attitude about it and your understanding and your confidence.
He actually tagged her. He tagged her and said, "I'm sorry, I always knew I wasn't good enough for you." Now, I'ma just hey, I'm gonna just say it like this. Look, bro, if you obviously you have feelings for this girl at some point here, you went over the top for her. That's self-admitted. You were overprotective and all that. It almost sounds like you just saying what she wants to hear at this point, like maybe things she thought about or maybe told you. But the truth is, I mean, you know, don't ever make yourself look weak. You know what I mean? These comments are real. She's reading this, and you know, when you self-admit that you're not good enough, man, that's. I don't think that's hot, Clean.
And even further than admitting that you're weak, you gotta change your mind frame. You are weak, so before you address her and that, you need to address your issues that you have. You need to stop being weak. You need to come to an understanding that you are enough. Just the fact that you're a man is enough. And then you need to behave as a man. So stop being weak. Stop thinking like that. I'm sorry, I knew I wasn't good enough. Fam.
It's just too much.
Relax.
Or pathetic.
It is pathetic. And I don't mean that in a way to insult, but look up the definition of pathetic. That's pathetic behavior. I'm telling you now that you are good enough, so it's not like that, but you can't behave in a pathetic manner.
Do you think guys overcomplicate things?
Yeah, you're a man, she's a woman. It don't really have to be more complicated than that.
Unless you make it more complicated than that.
Yeah, the rest of it is how complicated we make it.
I think one of the issues too is just people have the wrong definition of what these relationships are supposed to be. When we talk about the book Blueprint of a King and whatnot, a lot of guys just he said in his comment right there, I overthought. You know what I mean? That was probably one of your big problems. You was thinking too much about her and not thinking about yourself. And because you was focusing on her so much, that never leads to good things. Everybody out there needs to be focusing on themselves, making sure their happiness is always on point and they're pursuing their own happiness. Happiness doesn't come from other people. Other people can help you maintain your happiness.
On my man's here, get your shit together, bro. Focus on you. Forget that relationship. Get your mind right.
You might have to leave that hoe alone to get your mind right.
Hey, it'll be all good.
It might be what you got to do right now, man. This space, it's kind of like you could change your attitude right now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't tag her in anything at this point. You need to focus on yourself.
Cause that was a bad move, brother.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
Leaving that comment right there wasn't a really good move at all. That just looks like you just in love, bro, and that's not where you want to be.
That was a big move. You shouldn't have did that.
You supposed to be the leader here, so you shouldn't be ashamed of anything you do. Shouldn't apologize for anything you do, even if you was wrong. We ain't saying you wasn't wrong here, but it's time to switch up. It's not time to act like you was wrong, because anytime you let a woman know you was wrong, she's going to look at you as a weak leader. And that's definitely what you don't want to be, a weak leader. And you still playing that role of fuck up. And that's not what you want to be. So you got to get out that mindset, get your confidence back together. And it's almost embarrassing, ain't it? That's like one of the worst things you could do is go on a... Man, look, let me tell you guys this. If you're going through problems with your girl right now, do not apologize. Do not apologize. Do not.
Can the viewers see?
They can see that.
They can see the comments.
They can see him and the comments. He left that on the video.
Fam.
So it's fair game.
Fam. It's a bad look in every aspect, bro. You got your profile pic is you and her smooching.
We don't know if that's her, but we're going to say it's her.
I'm assuming that that's her.
You need to take that down right now. And at least get another girl on the picture with you. Or just put yourself up there in the best clothes you got.
You need one-on-one consultation, brother. Next comment.
All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next one. Hold on. Let's get this up on the screen real quick. All right, next comment today. This was the video, Women Can Never Love Men, from the Mastiff. He said, I just feel sorry for the men out there hearing this bullshit and giving up on finding a partner who really loves them. This is just toxic BS. They're saying that, this is just a toxic statement that women do love men. And it don't matter how much you want to believe in the brainwashing that a woman actually loves a man, she don't.
I think it's toxic
to
believe that women love you. That's toxic. That helps to create a toxic environment. False expectations, which you'll never meet, just create a totally toxic environment.
I tell guys all the time, how many girls have said, I love you, that you ain't with? And for a lot of dudes, it's a lot of women.
How can I talk on here for real?
I mean, we got to bleep it out for TikTok, YouTube. We can go in, though, so it don't matter. You talk however you want to talk.
How many women told you that they loved you that are sucking someone else's dick right now? All of them? Okay.
So do you got any opinion on why women can't love men or what?
Well, the first thing I want to say is the concept that women don't love men isn't toxic. No one said that was a bad thing or anything like that. I think people just look at it wrong. You think that you love us because you don't know what the difference in the two feelings are because you don't have them. And men, you think she loves you because you believe the shit that she says, which is one of your first mistakes. If her lips are moving, the shit that's coming out of them is not true. Again, how do you know she's lying? Is she talking?
That doesn't mean everything she says is a lie, do it? Like, does she ever tell the truth?
Not until it's proven that it's true from the time that the words come out of her mouth, until the time that there's evidence that was true. All the time in between there, that shit was a lie. And you'll only be proven wrong 5% of the time.
Hold on. So you saying never believe a woman until you know it's true.
Listen,
Until you know it's true.
this is your choices. You can be wrong 5% of the time, or you can be wrong 90% of the time. It's up to you. Now, if you think that she's telling you the truth, you're going to be wrong 90% of the time. If you think, I don't know, that bitch is lying, you can be wrong 5% of the time. And being wrong 5% of the time is still an A. That means you're right 95% of the time. That's an A. We give. That's a high mark.
Not only that, if you wrong and you think she lying, but she actually telling the truth, that's a good thing. So
Yeah.
even that 5% of the time, you can afford to be wrong.
And then it don't matter anyway, because I was cool when I thought you was lying. This is just
This is
cherry on
excellent.
top of the ice cream.
Yeah, because my girl ain't lying at that point.
And I didn't even care if you was. I was doing me.
For sure.
What the fuck are we talking about? Does she love you? No, she doesn't.
There were a lot of women that came on the video talking about that they know they love their man. And I said in the video, I was like, no, you love the way he makes you feel.
If he set your house on fire right now today, would you in it? You change your mind about how you feel about him? I say you do. Now, if your badass child sets the house on fire, would you in it? Does that change how you feel about them? No, right? You still love him. That motherfucker is possessed, but that's my baby.
I'm telling you, that baby could come out with 3 arms and 4 feet. And she gonna love him, but she won't ever date a man with 3 arms and 4 feet. I guarantee it.
I guarantee you there's a woman watching this right now that's been told by their child, I hate you, bitch. And she went out and bought them cookies and shit.
This is sad at this point. I'll be honest. You know what? It's funny to me because we know this shit. It's like this is common sense to us, but for some reason, there's a lot of dudes and women out here that seem to think they believe in this fabricated love that women give them. Just, I think they like the pleasure the woman gives them. You know what I mean? And the woman's body, and they confuse a lot of that with actual love.
But me, I love all my women.
But that's because you're a fucking man.
I love all of y'all.
You can do that. A woman can't do that.
You misbehave, I still take care of you. You don't change nothing. Matter of fact, I knew you was gonna misbehave when I met you.
I expected it.
I knew you was gonna do it.
In the book, we talk about this. The fact that you should never expect a woman to be perfect. And a lot of guys, you know what? A lot of the women come on the channel and they'll be like, oh, you just haven't met the right woman yet. Or you haven't done this yet. Or you haven't found true love. And they try to make it sound like the mind frame and the truth is a weakness. But really, the truth is just the truth. And when you know how a woman is and you don't expect what you shouldn't expect from a woman, you're a lot freer in your actions and things you can do because you're not dependent on a woman to be something that Hollywood told you she is.
And you're happier and she's happier at the end of the day.
Because you ain't stressing her out.
Because it allows you to be what you're supposed to be when you detach yourself from the bullshit that you was taught. You know what I mean? When you're running around thinking she loves you and you're seeing her actions that say, that's not fucking love, you're distraught. You know what I'm saying? You're thrown all the way off. You get emotions. Your feelings are hurt. But when you know coming into it and then you see the certain behaviors, it just is what it is. I didn't expect that she loved me, so I'm not thrown off by these behaviors now.
And this is kind of like the lying thing. You can either expect a woman to tell you the truth and you wrong 90% of the time. The same way you can expect a woman to love you
And be wrong 100% of the time.
100% of the time. It's way easier just to meet women and be like, I know you don't love me. Because that love thing really makes dudes do a lot of crazy stuff. It makes dudes drain their bank accounts. They out here simping and tricking. And first time a lot of guys meet a woman, they want to take her out to a lavish date, hotel, spend all this money trying to impress a woman that'll never love them.
Listen, and this is going to sound bad, but it's not.
If it's the truth, it can't be bad.
It will. It's the truth. I don't spend no money on women. I spend money on myself, right? And sometimes a woman can benefit from that. I'm not going to go out to eat and go buy you a wonderful meal unless it was something that I wanted to do. I was going to go buy myself something to eat. or I wanted to go to the movies, I wanted to go whatever, I might call a woman up for that because I don't want to go to the movies by myself. But I'm not.
You're not doing it for her.
I've never spent a dime on a woman, and I'm sure there's some women that thought I did. No, I spent that money on myself. I wanted to go to the movies. I didn't want to go alone. You happened to be the person that answered the phone.
I like that. There was 5 other people that could answer the
There's
phone.
however many other people you happen to answer it.
That's one of the reasons we tell you guys, you don't want to burn your bridges with all these chicks you meet because you're getting emotional, because these women can always, they always got something to offer, no matter how small or big.
And they don't cut the cord with the men that they was talking to.
No.
You ever heard like a dumbass
They got a whole phone full of dudes ready to roll as soon as you start acting up.
friends from work that they know damn well ain't trying to be friends, don't want the skins? It is what it is.
Let's go ahead and jump into the next one real quick, see what we got.
She don't love you though.
So how do you explain those women who won't leave a man who constantly hurts her and doesn't provide? And this got to do with that same video, Women Don't Love Men. Obviously, this lady's saying, whoever this is, Jalisco A81 is saying, well, it must be love that she's staying with him even though he ain't doing nothing. It's possible. They're saying it's impossible that he could be providing anything.
Women are typically in a relationship for something that man provides. It's kind of the same for men. The woman can provide something. You think of it as he's providing financially or he's treating you well. There's other things that women desire. And a lot of times a woman doesn't even know that this is something that she was desiring. But there's a lot of things that a woman desires that a man can be providing, who is maybe not being the best man. Maybe he's out here messing around with half the town or whatever it may be, or verbal abuse. It could be many things. But trust and believe, he's providing you something. If you're sticking around, you're being provided something. It could be a number of things.
Some women don't even require that much because they don't think they worth that much.
I mean, it could be several reasons. And without having intimate details of someone's relationship, you can come on here and say anything. You could say, man, that man ain't providing me nothing. And you might not even realize the reason that you're sticking around. But someone else who could see this, who knows the situation intimately, could tell you exactly what you're staying there for. And you'd be like, oh, I didn't think about it like that.
If a woman is sticking around, she receiving something.
She's receiving something.
She receiving something. Any one of these women that have been in the comments and said they stuck with a guy through his hard times, they may be putting a lot of blame on the guy for having hard times, but they still getting something from him.
Getting something to an emotional effect. You're receiving something.
Otherwise, they would have shook. There are different circumstances why a woman would stay, even though it's rough times. She might realize she might not be able to pick up a better dude if she leave him. Even though he's offering very little, she ain't really got much to offer, period, at all. So she'll stay with the guy anyways.
Or her surroundings, her environment. It may not be much to the pool of men. May not be talking about too much of nothing. You might have the best of the worst, so you stay. But it's not love. That's not the reason. Don't think of it as a financial provider. He could be providing protection. He could be, there's a bunch of stuff he could be providing. And a man could fail to provide, starts behaving in a certain way where he's not providing certain things that he was before. But once that outweighs what you were receiving, you'll be gone. So let's say he was providing protection or some type of stability for a year, and now he ain't doing shit. And it's been 2 months, he ain't doing shit. You're not gonna just immediately get up and leave because the bad hasn't outweighed the good yet. You're not gonna leave somebody that provided this certain thing for you for, I don't care if it's for 2 hours, and now he's not providing it for the last 5 minutes. You're not gonna get up and walk away from the table because he stopped providing it for the last 5 minutes when he provided it for 2 hours. So you could say a man's been providing something for the last 15 years, and the last year totally fucking sucked. He ain't provided none of the emotional support or stability or anything that he may have been providing. You may be waiting to see if this is just a fluke, a phase that he's going through. before it gets back to whatever. So it could be several reasons.
And that's one of the reasons we talk about the fact that if you're in a relationship and you've been messing up for 3 years, and even if you like get our book, Blueprint of a King, and you study everything in there and you change who you are, you change your mindset and everything to be where you need to be at, to be operating as a man. She ain't gonna believe that at first. She's not gonna know what's going on with you. And you may start getting some desired reactions, but she's just gonna think she's not gonna think this is a real change at first. It's gonna take a while for that to take an effect. And the longer you've been messing up, the longer it's gonna take for her to believe that you are this new guy with this new attitude. And honestly, some of you guys have been in relationships for 8 years. She ain't ever gonna believe it. You're gonna have to detach and come back years later with a whole new personality, mind frame on top of your game for her to even fathom that you are this new and improved you.
Oh, it's a fact. She's not gonna believe it. She's gonna test it, and why would she believe it? She met you as who you are. You've been who you are for the past however long, and now you done read a book and you a new man. Boy, stop.
But I will tell you that the next lady you encounter that doesn't know you and meets the new you is going to treat you like a king compared to that woman that you just left the situation from, 100%.
And that's why it's important to, get your mind frame changed to where it needs to be. Get your mind frame changed to something that can control a situation without being overbearing, control a situation without trying to force anybody to do anything. If you can come into a situation like that, then just like you would have a difficult time changing someone's mind about you into thinking that you're no longer the emotional weakling that you once were. If you come into a situation behaving like a man, you can have mistakes, and it will be harder for them to think that you're no longer the person that you were, and you can recover from your mistakes, your emotional slip-ups. So you got to come in the way you plan on leaving, man.
We're going to go and jump into the next question real quick. Let's see what we got shaking. Jesus Toro 56 or Jesus, I don't know which one it is. Sorry, brother, I've been with my wife through the ups and downs for 25 years. She must definitely love me. 25 years later, they still together, evidently. So what you guys say to this man right here? He says his wife loves him. 25 years together. He's definitely believing in the concept of love at this point from these women.
Yeah, again, there could be several situations, but I'll just give you one that, let's say this is it. You think that she loves you because you're doing all the things you're supposed to do. You're being a man, and you haven't had to see the ugly truth. What we're telling you is you can have a beautiful relationship if you just behave the way that you're supposed to behave because you're the leader of the situation. So you may be a proper leader, and you have a beautiful situation because of it. Congratulations.
It ain't went bad yet. And it might not go bad.
It may never go bad.
You might be that dude.
You got your shit together, brother.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
You obviously doing good with that lady at this point, but you one of the few. I mean, you got to ask yourself how many people have been in relationships for 25 years at this point. That ain't really happening too much anymore. And what we saying is it may appear as love to you that she with you, but she just loved the way you made her feel for 25 years.
All right, now let's give him the dark side of what may be happening.
Pitch it out there.
It may not be all good the way that you think it is. But let's say
she got a side dude, huh?
She may have some side penis.
She may have 15 dudes.
She may have whatever's going on, right? But you're providing something that her side penises can't provide her. Let's say you may be a very affluent person, and she don't want to lose that. So being a smarter woman, she says, I'll just behave how he likes me to behave and keep reaping those benefits. And I'll go get the other stuff that I need from someone else. That could be what you're experiencing. I hope it's not. I hope you're just the shit and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. And your relationship's beautiful. But there could be several reasons for that. Don't think because what you got going on that means that woman loves you. If you're doing everything right, it should be beautiful. It should look beautiful. It should be great.
I don't think there's a lot of guys out here. I don't know if y'all realize it or not, man. I know me and Clean here have both experienced this, but we both have had experiences, actually plenty of experiences with women where get with a chick and she'll just run her mouth about her man all day, about all the messed up stuff he's doing, what a lame he is, how he's over emotional, buying us food and dinner and taking us out, things like that. It happens all the time, more times than you would ever believe. And that's one of the reasons we bring up that dark side right there, because it definitely exists. There are a lot of guys out there in relationships right now that are being played for fools because they refuse to see the truth and the error in their ways. And the women out here know how to play their role. They're not like we said earlier, Clean said earlier, they're not going to cut you as long as they're receiving something from you. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Unless that bad just totally outweighs it. They're going to stick around and soak up all that resource from you. I know a lot of guys out there like, oh man, she cheated on me, bro. She's been out there a long time before then. You just found out about it.
Yeah.
And she's just not dumb like all you dudes out there who get mad at the girl and then kick her to the curb.
Look here, 98% of the time, if a woman is stepping out on you, she's not going to leave you unless the person that she's stepping out on you with makes her feel like she can come into his situation and they can have a situation together. So I've had women step out on their man with me. They understand that that's not an option. So they don't leave their dude. They stay home, act like they happy, and then step out with me. And they're stepping out with me because of what you're not providing them at home and what I am providing them. Not because they love me, not because they love you.
Because they obviously know that you ain't open to the situation that they looking for.
Yeah. So
But she'll still take whatever she can get from you, just
yeah.
like she'll take it from him.
Absolutely.
The only difference is you realize that she ain't gonna love you. He thinks that she loves him, and you ain't expecting nothing from her except what you know you can get, what you like. It's true though. So you want to do a little bit of story time, man? I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Your girl might get hit. Why you standing around? You hear me?
Oh, this is facts.
I mean, unfortunately, I'll just let you go in. If you want to jump in there real quick.
Say, man, I cracked a chick in the bathroom while her dude was sitting on the couch at the lounge, man.
And then you took a picture with him.
Yeah, no, I was hanging out with them. Like, I was hanging out with both of them. I met them out there, and I was on the bullshit. I said, oh, they came around and sat around me, and I noticed a few cues, and I worked it how I needed to work it. We went off to the bathroom, had a short but sweet action, and he was none the wiser. And we just played off like shit. Nothing happened. We continued to have drinks and enjoy each other. I took selfies with him and posted them.
And a lot of you guys out there gonna be like, man, that's messed up. But honestly, you gotta realize it's messed up that he didn't know anything about this woman's nature that would even have him in a position to think that woman was his, because obviously he wasn't acting in the manner he needed to be acting in. Otherwise, she would have been on that shit she was on.
Look, man, this is real life. You could say it's messed up, but it's probably happening to you then. It's a competitive sport. Get your shit together and make sure that it can't happen. Because if you don't, it will happen.
You need to focus on yourself. You can't chase her. You got to let her chase you. You got to be the best you out here, the flyest guy. Because if you ain't, she might act nice around you, but as soon as you turn your back, somebody flyer better than you in their right mind is going to come by and be everything you ain't.
It happens every time. Okay. Listen, there's a time I was actually at the same place. I'm sitting out there. I'm having something to eat. I see a young lady. She looked like she's crying and shit. I'm actually talking to an older lady, but I want her to get on about her business so I could go and approach this young lady over here crying. So I go approach her, offer her some of my positive energy. She says she can use it. So we go and sit on the couches and we're talking, and I'm just literally providing her everything that her man does not provide her. I haven't approached her on any out of the way stuff. She let me know that she has a man, and she could use some positive energy, but she has a man. She let me know that off top. So I'm not approaching her in any kind of way, pushy, or even like I'm even on that. By the time that we leave, she cried because I had to leave because one of the waitresses was finna throw me some action. and she was super fine. So I'm like, well, it's time to, go. She cried just because she didn't want to go back to her real life and leave from the fantasy world that she was living with me. And had I not already had some action set up with the waitress,
That would have been the action for the night. Could have been.
it not even could have been. It would have been. Because I was talking, the only time that I approached her on something like that is when we were about to leave. We were hugged, and I started talking bullshit in her ear about how much that I was liking her and feeling her. But too bad that she had a situation, and I could have took that right into a hotel room because she literally cried. Y'all got to step your games up, man.
All right, let's go ahead and hop in the next one real quick, see what we got. What a load of BS. This is from Copin87. What a load of BS. My wife loves me. She stood by me through the good times and the bad. What's your definition of love, bro? This is about women do not love men at all. And once again, this is a gentleman saying because she stuck through the good times and the bad, she must love him. And I think we've kind of addressed this one.
Yeah, we really did.
Already numerous times through the show. So we just gonna go ahead into the next one. Answered, already been answered. Questions already been answered. Let's go. Most of these men got hurt really bad. I'm seeing division between men and women. I am ready to be a burden now. I don't belong in this generation. And this comment came on the video. Women do not love men. And I think she's replying to the fact that we're just saying that women don't love men, so we must be hurt. What do you think about that? You think we hurt individuals?
No, I'm not hurt by the fact that women don't love men.
I don't think that's what she's saying. I think what she's saying is
that we feel like this because we're hurt.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
No, it's not no. It's not because we're hurt. It's because it's true, and it's not even a negative thing for you to say that someone would have to feel that way because they're hurt. It's not a negative thing. And I know on on TikTok with a 1 to 3 minute video, probably can't really break it down in totality, but it's not a negative thing. There's nothing to say that someone would be hurt because they're saying that. Honestly, I think it's a positive thing.
I think it's a healthier mind frame.
And I think it's a positive, right? Because what is the purpose of a woman loving a man?
That's why I be wondering when the dudes leave their comments saying, "Oh, she loves me." What exactly is you saying?
What would that accomplish? I just we're not designed that way. You know what I mean? And we're designed perfectly. So hey man, to stop looking at it like it's a negative. She doesn't love you, and it's okay. It's dope because you love her. You want to provide. You want to do all these things for your situation and for the people that you love. You have babies. Me personally, I would rather my woman all the love that she has. I don't even need you to expand any of that love on me. Use all of that on my children. Every piece of it that you have, use on my children. And I just think that's how we're designed.
All right, let's go ahead and hop into the next one, man. We got a couple more to go through real quick. Let's check this out. That's the one we already did. Here we go. Old boy is just chasing the bag. He's giving his audience what they want to hear. It doesn't uphold in nature, fellas. This is on the video entitled "Men Are Responsible for 99% of the Fault in Failure of Relationships." So basically, men right now are responsible for 99% of relationships failing. This was a video we got a lot of people came out and said, "Yo, this dude did this video to appease the ladies." That is absolutely not true. We have plenty of videos that make women mad, and we got plenty of videos that make dudes mad. This is just the truth of what it is right now. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that dudes do not understand how to build strong foundations in their relationships. Again, out here and becoming very emotional with these women, and they're not playing the role that nature designed them to play. And they're almost playing the role of women in relationships as of right now. And if you're going to play the role of a woman in a relationship, a woman is definitely not going to need you. That is, she's not looking for another woman. She's looking for a man to be in a relationship with. And 99% of you guys, it's probably even less than that, are not playing that role correctly. That you should be playing. I don't know if you want to chime in on this one as far as the fellas out here messing up right now.
Yeah, this is definitely not to appease the women. And you're only saying that because you're just hearing a small piece of it. The book is written to men. It's not written to women. So we're not trying to appease women. This is for you, men. It just so happens that women can hear the conversation that we're trying to have with you. So it's not to appease women. This is to empower relationships whatever the relationship is between men and women. And it's to really to tell you as a man what your power is.
I see a lot of dudes. Matter of fact, there was a guy who did a video on us talking about, he had did a live stream just talking about that we should blame women for all the failures in the relationships that not working out with him and whatnot. And I think a lot of times it just goes back to the fact that guys are expecting things from women that they shouldn't be expecting.
Well, I think men
Especially
are not.
love.
Facts. I think men are not accepting their roles as a leader. So if you're the leader, if you're the captain of a ship, you can't blame the passengers for the ship crashing or the ship sinking. If you're the leader and the situation fails, how is it not your fault?
Oh, it's because she was supposed to love me, bro. You ain't know? She loved me, so it's her fault for not loving me. That's what they say, at least.
If you believe that it's your fault, or if you believe that it's her fault for not loving you, and you believe that she loves you, you still have to believe that it was your fault. Because why? What did you do to make her not love you anymore? How did you steer that situation wrong? Because the problem is you're mixing up in love and a woman loving you and a woman being in love with you, which is what happens. She's in love with you. She doesn't love you. So when you're in love with somebody, you can fall in love and out of love. She fell out of love with you. And because she didn't love you in the first place, all she had was in love. Once she fell out of love, that was it. There was nothing more for you.
And just to clarify, that's in love with the feelings you give her.
Facts.
Before we get too far away, because people like to twist the words out there in TikTok land. She don't love you, the man, at all.
She don't love you.
It's not even possible for her to love you as the man. All she can be in love with is the feelings you give her.
So
she gets addicted to those feelings.
And another thing is, you are leading the situation.
Even if you fucking up.
Even if you're fucking up. If the situation and she's acting unruly, she's acting like an asshole, that's where you led that situation. So if you're leading it and it's wonderful and you're a great leader, you led the relationship like that. The shit crashes and burns, you led it there. It's your fault simply because that, and that's not to excuse anybody's personal character or anybody's personal behavior. If she decides to stab you because it's a fucked up situation, you're not making her feel good. It's not your fault that she stabbed you, but it is your fault that the situation went to where it went.
And we never say that women don't do messed up things or make mistakes or do things on purpose that are really messed up, because there are a lot of women out here that do those things. But at the same time, to the right man, that woman could be the best woman you ever seen and do everything that right man needs to do. Do the right thing for that right man. So the question is why would she do that for him but not for you?
That's facts. I got a feminist girl who cooks and cleans for me, and she talks shit while she does it.
But she do it though.
But she does it. She said, I don't know why I'm doing this for you.
This might be a good time, this first episode right here, to let them know. What's your philosophy as far as when you hear something you don't like?
I don't hear stuff that I don't like. If I hear something I don't like, I don't hear it.
It didn't even go in the ear. It just went around the head, huh?
I act like that shit didn't exist.
Let's go and hop into the next question real quick. Got a couple more to check out. The Chairman Media. Now, this guy leaves a lot of comments on the video, and I don't even think this was to us, but we're going to answer it anyways. He's a staunch supporter of our page. So he says, this wasn't to us, though. I think it was in the middle of a conversation, but I think it brings up a good point. Okay, just one question. Who takes who out on the first date? What are your thoughts on that, man?
Everything's situational. I could just speak for myself. I've had times where a woman takes me out on a first date. I've had times where I go out, I pay for my own stuff. You pay for your own stuff. I have times where, like I said before, I want to go do something, and maybe what I want to go do is out of her price range of what she can afford, and I know it. If I want to go do it, I'm gonna pay for it because I want to go do that. But what I don't do is, men, please stop doing this. Don't let no woman suggest what y'all finna do, especially not on no first date.
Why is that important? Let them know.
Because now you being her little bitch.
Letting her run the kingdom.
Now she running it, and she don't even have a right to have an opinion yet, let alone make a decision.
And you got to remember, she coming to you because she like you, because she think you a leader.
These are facts.
So even there's going to be a lot of women underneath this video right now that say she don't have a right. What does that mean? What it means is you looking for a man to be a leader for you, a guy that can take control and do what he needs to do.
Man, it means you gotta come out of your pocket for something, and you don't even know her at all to know if she's a good person, if she's a good fit. If you don't even know if you're gonna like her, so what gives her the right to tell you how to spend your money? You don't even know her.
And if you fall for that at the beginning of the relationship, you definitely gonna have some problems down the line.
That's a big fact. She does not have the right to do that, to even have a suggestion, unless she gonna come out of her pocket, unless she telling you, I want to take you here. I really like this place. I think you'll like it. I want to take you there. Shit.
You let your kids tell you how to spend your money?
Don't do it, fellas. You start on the wrong path. Remember what we said. You got to start how you want to finish. If you start like that, that's how you going to finish, brother. Telling you how to spend every dollar you ever make.
All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next one real quick. Let's see what we got. Live, Love, Laugh 975 says, a relationship is not a one-size-fit-all. I disagree with that. Women cannot love men. Remember, everything has two sides. I believe true love exists. Need to find it. That's what they said. What you got, Mr. Clean?
We're not even talking about relationships. We're talking about biology. We're talking about design. One size doesn't fit all. I agree. But you're a human being, and you can't fly. And I know this because you're a human being, and we can't fly as humans. That doesn't mean you're the same as every other human. It means you weren't designed to take flight. So when we say that women don't love, we're saying they're not designed that way. So everybody's relationship is going to be different. But the reason that we can say that is because it's not how you're designed. Just like me as a human, and I'm not designed to fly or to breathe underwater. I don't have to guess if you can breathe underwater. I know you can't because you're a human. I don't have to guess if your woman loves you. I know she can't. She doesn't. She's a woman. It has nothing to do with you all's relationship.
True, there are a lot of things men can't do that women could do.
There's plenty of things.
It ain't even got to be just relegated to humans. It's just the fact.
That's a fact.
A lot of people really don't like that. And we talked about this the other day, the fact that it's almost like it's hard for a woman to imagine that she can't love a man just because like she's never actually felt it. Like this is something that they don't have the ability to even do. But society has told them they do through movies and through holidays and cards and all this and just the I love yous and all that. And unfortunately, they've grown this thought that they actually think they can love a man.
Well, I would say stop not liking that fact, because we're not saying that what it is that you're able to do is inadequate.
It's cool with us if you can't love us because we understand that. We're not expecting that from you. At least these guys right here.
It's perfection that you don't love us because that's the way that it was designed. Don't feel that we're saying something negative about it. It's just designed that way. It's designed for us to love you. Hell, I wish it was different. It's not.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next question. What we got shaking over here, man? I think that's the last one. Then we can just go and chit-chat it up. Let's see what we got. Kylie Kelly 77 came on the post. Women can't love men. She said this is the most toxic stuff she has ever heard in her life.
Well, just more of the same. It's a failure to understand what we're saying. You're looking at it as if we're saying that what you're doing isn't good or it's a negative thing. That's not the case. We're just telling men to stop having expectations of things that don't exist, because that calls for a toxic situation. If you expect that somebody's going to do something that they cannot do, and then you're walking around emotional and upset and all of this other stuff, and you start behaving in a fashion that you shouldn't be in, that's where the toxicity comes from.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm going to keep it 100. You know, a lot of people always bring up like their parents and their grandparents, like why did the marriages last so long, all that. I don't think back in the day. People got a lot of free time nowadays. Life is easy. Life is good.
Yeah.
People working from home, people don't have to, there are a lot of people out here with a lot of money. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. And there were a lot of guys that they didn't have time to focus on the women in their life like that. They went to work, they got the money, they got the bag, they came home, they banged it out, ate food, went to sleep, got up and went to work the next day. So they didn't have these problems of being overprotective of their gal or all in a business or too much worried about she was doing, because they didn't have no choice. They had to handle their business.
Oh, yeah.
And nowadays, dudes a lot of these dudes that are over emotional, they just got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I think it's media plays a major role in us being lost as a civilization. You know,
especially them damn Disney movies.
I was gonna say our grandparents didn't grow up on Disney movies.
Wasn't no Sleeping Beauties or Snow
Yeah,
Whites or all these little princesses needing to be saved.
It wasn't a false narrative out here. It wasn't a fairy tale that they would get and grow up on a fairy tale that's telling them this is what perfection is. And you know, they didn't have Facebook and Instagram and couple goals and bunch of bullshit that's not even real. All the couple goals, it ain't even real. It's what you call highlights. And we're out here thinking of making those goals, making those highlights goals, but that's not reality.
No.
The older generation wasn't bamboozled like we are. Grandpa didn't give a shit. Grandpa go get the money, come home, he want his meal made. When he shows up, the kids better not eat the big piece of chicken, and we wake up and do it all again. They go to sleep, he knock grandma boots, we wake up and do this again tomorrow.
Too much of something is always bad. That's why you got to give that space. And you know what? You have a real good point. We didn't talk about in the book. It's something we'll probably touch about over in our PKS members area for everybody that buys the book over at RoyalCompass.com. I don't know if you want to dive a little bit in just to why tension in a relationship is important and what tension, you know, space and tension creates and why it's a good thing and why you gotta give that woman space.
A big reason, and I don't know if this is what you want me to touch on.
I know it's a very large
it's
topic right there.
No doubt. But a big reason is so a guy like me can't come in and give her that space and freedom and alleviate that stress. That's a big reason. Because as a woman, something that a woman desires and a woman needs, being that they are largely emotional compared to being largely logical like men, is stability. And I'm not just saying stability like you have a house and you can provide food, but emotions change all day long and they're easily changed. So a big thing that they want is emotional stability, reassurance, and just not the shit that fucks up their emotions and leaves them in stressful places and situations. So when you well, I forgot the hell we was talking about.
Man, I'll pick this up real quick and finish this off. If you always around your woman, right, 24/7, smothering her all in the business, eventually you're gonna stress her out a little bit.
A lot of bit.
And when that happens, I know a lot of you guys out there right now are in stressful relationships. Here's the problem. If you're in a stressful relationship with your girl right now, you are literally creating space for guys like us to casually enter into her picture, not stress her out at all, because we might just see her once a month, every 3 months, once every 9 months, maybe once every couple years. But a real man is not going to stress her out because he doesn't really care what she does. He's not focused on her. He's focused on himself. And he'll enter that space. And because she's having stress from you at home, she wants to be with somebody that's not causing her stress, that ain't judging her, that ain't telling her what to do. And she'll step out with guys like that to have that dream, that fantasy that Clean was talking about earlier. Because a guy like you is stressing her out at home all the time. And you got to be able to give her the space to be herself, that stability to be herself. Because if you fail to provide that, somebody else that's not even committed to your girl can provide that to her. So when she gets stressed out at home and you arguing with her, guess who she texting? That other guy that ain't gonna judge her. The guy that she's gonna text and he's gonna be like, hey, it's all good, you know, just come kick it with me tomorrow. We'll go out and hang out. You hear me? Because he ain't looking at her like he don't even really care about her. You know, if he wanna get with your girl, he gonna get with your girl.
You wanna build an emotional dependency, because if you don't, it'll be built with somebody else.
Anyway, so throughout this broadcast, we've been talking about this book right here, Blueprint of a King by Royal Compass. You can pick this up over at RoyalCompass.com.
Booyah.
Something what you think? Everybody should have one of these? Every guy?
Yeah.
Now,
facts.
we've been getting a lot of kickback for the price of this book. This book is $299. You might be able to pick it up for $249 right now, but $299. What you think about the price, man? I didn't try to explain this to guys.
Man, you spent that this weekend.
You hear me?
Relax.
Especially for that guy that's out here in their relationship doing the 25 years, don't know if his girl's cheating on him, maybe on the dark side or not. We need to ask him how much money you think he done spent on his girl. Probably more than he needed to.
Guarantee he spent more than what he has.
Hey, that's a good point. I like that right there.
That's
He has
fucked up.
spent more than he got, right?
That's fucked up to think about, ain't it?
It'd be better. Matter of fact, we know this is statistically true, but that's a good point, and we should make a video entirely on that. The fact that, have you spent more on your girl than you have in your bank account right now? And a lot of guys out there are going to say yes to that.
Yep.
But if you want to change that around and have more money in your bank account and more women than you've ever had, and you ain't figured that out yet, there's some we got it. There are some guys out here that have figured that out.
Show it to him again.
Show it to him one more time. Right here. Blueprint of a King, Royal Compass, Pursuit of Excellence, hardback version.
Listen, that's something that DJ Khaled said that is very near and dear to my heart.
Shout out DJ Khaled.
And it's, don't ever play yourself.
Ever.
And I take that shit serious. Not getting that book. If you ain't got the relationship that you want, whether it's, or the relationships that you want, playing yourself not to get that book. Worried about $300.
That's another thing too. If $300 is out your budget for picking up the book, you shouldn't even be worried about a relationship right now anyways. You need to be worried about your finances and getting yourself together. Because if you can't afford the $300 book, you just are not in a situation right now to even have anything going on for yourself.
Yeah, you need your energy doesn't need to be on women. You don't have any energy to spare if you can't spare $300.
Especially on bettering yourself. This isn't a pair of Jordans. It ain't whatever you want to go buy a video game system to sit home all alone. This is bettering yourself. Because if you meet that right woman out there and you don't know how to maintain that relationship, maintain that place as a leader, then it's all for naught. It ain't going to work out. You might be with her a day, a month, a week. Eventually, you're going to lose her, like most guys do.
Facts.
So you need to go pick it up. Anyways, RoyalCompass.com, only place to get the book. We put your name up on the website under our PKS members section. You get free access to articles, blog posts, special exclusive podcasts, not like this one, but like this one at the same time, that you can see over there that only PKS members can get. And you'll also get access to our cologne coming out. You see it on the wall back there, Royal Compass, behind me, behind Mr. Clean, coming soon to a store near you. So make sure to check that out. You got anything else you want to touch on?
Not that's popping to my brain.
Alrighty. Well, shoot, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and check out of here. It's your boy MBPKS1 Royal Compass, Mr. Clean.
And it's the Godfather himself, the Sultan of Sauce, Big Daddy Clean.
We out of here.